People like Nathaniel Bassi don't charge $10,000 mode of payment.
Pastor Femi Lazarus, $150 times 1,000. Let's do the calculation. $150 times 1,000. That is $150,000. Now, let's continue with the calculation. $150,000 times 1,500 naira, Nigerian currency. That is a whooping 225 million naira. So, our Nigerian gospel artists collect from 2.5 million, in some cases 1 million naira, and in some cases from 5 million upwards to come and minister under the Holy Spirit, to come and worship and praise God. First, I have to thank Pastor Femi Lazarus, because if he had not come out, to talk about this, we're not even going to know what's happening, and you think you are moving on the same pace with people. But I have several questions to ask. Is there anything actually wrong with putting a price tag on your craft? And for the gifts that you got freely from God, is there anything even wrong with monetizing it? And lately the Nigerian gospel artists have also been accused of exploiting the church. Are they guilty or not? There's also a part of the Bible, Proverbs chapter 10 verse 22, that said that the gift of God maketh rich and add no sorrow to it. So why are we not fuming when these gospel artists are trying to make a living out of the gift they have? What could actually be the problem? So in the very recent time, the Nigerian music industry, the gospel music industry to be precise, has been in the news for both the bad and the good, from Mercy Chinwo Blessed to Dr. Izzy, now down to people tying the knot, getting married, those are the things we love saying, and also them welcoming bundles of joy. Now to the hottest debate in town. Should Nigerian gospel artists demand for a prize before they minister? Another thing that is baffling me in the whole of all this drama is how these so-called Nigerian gospel artists have kept their mouths shut. Like, I have not heard from any of them say anything, okay, it's supposed to be this or it's not supposed to be that. It's even someone who claims not to be a gospel artist but just a churchgoer that is coming out to counter and defend them. So Pastor Femi Lazarus and Timi Dakolo have decided that they are going to be pressing each other's neck, giving it to each other, buzz to buzz, and give no other person a breathing space. Now, before I let you know what exactly happened and how Pastor Femi Lazarus and Timi Dakolo, they are at loggerhead, let me especially welcome you to yet another edition of Kiwi Show. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us for another edition. Pastor Femi Lazarus is someone that is very vocal and outspoken when it comes to the things of the Lord or kingdom matters, as you may wish to call it. And after he was charged 5 million naira by an artist who he did not disclose his or her name, he actually came out on his podcast to talk about how the Nigerian gospel music industry has lost it and how they've turned worship meetings into performances. Now, putting money before what they are going to do, because you do not just sing, you sing to win souls. So after ranting about how Nigerian musicians, the gospel musicians, collect money to come and perform in the house of the Lord, Timi Dakolo, a Nigerian artist who says he is not a gospel artist but just a churchgoer, came out to defend the gospel artist. And in his defense, he said, and I am going to quote him, "This gaslighting has to stop. Gospel ministers want good things too. They are not beggars. The best architects are called upon to build big churches, large sum of money disbursed for promoting big programs and all. No one should diminish another person's ministry. Ministry needs music and music needs ministry." Now we felt, okay, this thing is going to end here. Like, it's just going to be, I say something, you react, because it wasn't just Timi Dakolo that reacted to it, but his own came out somehow, and people saw it that, well, I said this guy been a get personal beef with Femi Lazarus before he just wait, maybe the pastor just lose guard, so he go attack him. So after that one, on Sunday, Pastor Femi Lazarus struck again, and this time around he came through with evidence. Like, no be church matters. He came through with evidence. evidence. So during the Sunday service, Pastor Femi Lazarus made the media team to project the bill that a Nigerian gospel music artist gave his church before he or her team would come and perform. I am saying he or her because they did not tell us who the artist is exactly, so we don't know whether it's a he or a she. Now that particular rate card it's outrageous and also shocking. So I'm going to walk you through it. So this rate card said number of persons coming, minister, we don't know who the minister is, covered, will be accompanied by a minimum of 40 persons to the event, 4 male members. Travel arrangement, flights will be booked for both the outbound and return journeys. The artist will fly first class, compulsory. Team will fly economy. Accommodation, hotel and reservations will be covered by the church. A, under accommodation, 1 executive suite for minister, 2 executive room for the 4 meals. Then for the meals will be provided for the minister and the accompanying person. Preference will be given to Nigerian cuisine, breakfast, lunch and dinner. Honorarium of $10,000, not even naira. We are talking about dollars. Meanwhile, we are here in Nigeria. The mode of payment. A non-refundable 50% payment has to be made before we can have this event. B, the balance of 50% will be made 2 days before the event, compulsory. Thank you and may God bless you. So this is the rate card that Pastor Femi Lazarus got. And it got him talking and asking, where exactly have we lost it as Christian and also as people who are servants of God, who are supposed to use our talent to win souls? Now, after making this shocking revelation on social media, Timi Dakolo came back again and said, hey, Pastor, no. Yes, this person charged this, but I don't think this is enough reason for you to say that gospel music artists should not collect money for their performances. So in the post he said, and I'm also going to read what he said. He said, Nigerians, you should be believing everything you see. Nobody has a 40-man crew in Nigeria. Name the artist in order to justify capping. Then he went further on his own personal page to make a post and also review something about Pastor Femi Lazarus that some persons are not aware of. So on that post on his Instagram page, he shared screenshots of emails from Pastor Lazarus International School of Ministry, which reportedly charges students nothing less than $150 per person. Dakolo criticized the pastor for charging fees to teach ministry, stating, by your definition, if anyone charges to minister, they are not gospel artists but performers. And by that definition, if any preacher charges to teach and minister, they are merchants of hope and motivational speakers too. Sir, you are charging as low as $150 per person for your school of ministry, teaching and preaching Jesus, probably having as much as 1,000 students. Let's do the maths. You even have premium and standard for God house. Are you not selling the gift and the revelation freely given to you? Again, let's not keep shifting the goalpost. Now, this debate, I love the fact that it has been brought to the forefront because it's a debate that has been lingering for a very long time. I understand Pastor Femi Lazarus' point of view. I also understand Timi Dakolo's point of view. Now, let me start with Pastor Femi Lazarus' point of view. The first post that he made about Nigerian gospel artists putting a price tag on their craft, he also said something about them no longer being led by God. Just the way we have pastors who have called themselves and not God calling them. That is how we also have gospel musicians who are not there because they are there to sing for God or to win souls for God with their craft. They are there because it's business. They're looking for ways of survival, so they just need to do something to make money out of it.
And I said it again. When they pay you this kind of money, you have to act drama to justify the amount paid. You will roll on the floor. You will scream. You will shout. But those who know God knows He's not there.
Then he cited what even happened in 1970s and 1980s, how people work for God without expecting any pay. Good and fine. We know that some Nigerian gospel artists, they've lost it. They're no longer on that right path. Even when you look at their lifestyle, it's nothing to write home about. But telling them not to collect money to perform, Please, how do you want these people to cope? Even the song that they are going to perform, how do you want them to produce those songs? I understand Timmy's part because Timmy came real, like he came to just be very practical. Now, studio session costs how much in Nigeria? And as a gospel music artist, you can't approach a producer and tell the producer, oh, I'm doing this for God. And the producer will say, okay, no problem. Because you're doing it for God, I'm not going to collect any money from you. No, you are going to pay whatever it is that a secular musician is going to pay. For the studio section, the mixing of the song, the mastering of the song, you are going to pay for everything. And imagine if you're now under a record label. The owners of the record label, they did not come there to run a charity organization. They are also there to make money as well. So whatever it is you are doing, whatever it is they are investing in your craft, they would want to make it back. And this is also the reason you would see that before a gospel artist goes to perform, there is a price attached to it. I mean, your logistics, who is going to take care of your logistics? You fly from wherever you are to go minister in a church, and you don't just move only you move with your team. Who is going to take care of that money? There are so many gospel artists who are struggling today because they don't have anybody to invest in them. They don't have anybody to help them. So we should not even make this thing look like, okay, these people, they have money stashed somewhere. So they should just go and bring out that money and put it in there. People are investing in them. Music is business. You know, the earlier we understand that music is business, the better for each and every one of us. Nothing like, this is a gospel musical or this is a secular music. Business is business, and agreement is also an agreement. So I also understand Timmy Dakolo's part, because to make music, it's not easy. And it doesn't end on you going to the studio to go and produce song. Are you not going to promote it? Are you not going to market that song? So you want your song to air on a particular platform, and you go and tell them, oh, this is a gospel song. When people listen to it, they're going to be moved. They're going to be blessed. As they are being blessed too, them too, they also need money to finance or get the things that would help them to keep running that platform. So you see that everything, one way or the other, involves money. I know we have the likes of Pastor Nathaniel Bassi, Victoria Orenze, and Co, who do not charge for ministration.
People say things like, well, people like Nathaniel Bassi don't charge because people already know they are what? They are what?
But you can't compare these people to these other artists who do not have means of meeting up and footing their bills. I don't know where Pastor Nathaniel Bassi get his money from, but that is his own personal conviction with God. That is what he has agreed with his creator, that, okay, for this gift you have given to me freely, I'm not going to charge people, for me to go and minister to them. And come to even think about it, what happened to the choirs of these churches? The choristers, what about them? Can't these pastors use their choristers, use what they have, rather than going to go and hire this musician? If not that they are doing it because you have a program you're doing, you want it to go viral, and you want it to be up to a certain standard, you're not going to employ their services. You're going to employ the services of the choristers that you have. The first time that Timmy Dakolo reacted to what Pastor Femi Lazarus said, he said something that these pastors keep exploiting the church workers, because we see that in our churches, our Nigerian pastors, they are well taken care of. Every month they go home with some pocket money. Then is it about their families? In some churches, the pastors, they are giving money to buy fuel. They are giving money to pay their children's school fees. They are giving money to even buy gas, like to do so many things. So why is it that when it comes to people who are also working in God's vineyard, they have problem with it? They are also workers as well. You see a chorister, you see an instrumentalist, you go to church Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday for rehearsal, Sunday you're back to church again, and you spend nothing less than 5 hours in church. Which time would you have to attend to your own personal need? Like, what time would you even have to go out there and hustle? The person is left with no other option than to do what? To monetize the craft he or she has. So that is just it. So if pastors can actually be considered to be taken care of, then I see no reason why this instrumentalist and even this gospel musician should not also be taken care of, because they don't have anywhere they are going to pluck money from. It's still from that thing that they make money from. And Timmy said something that you pay architects huge amount of money to come draw designs for you, make sure that the church is well built, even hire other people that will come and take care of the sound. And then when it comes to the gospel artists, you start claiming, oh, this is the work of God. You that said you're a pastor, this is the work of God. Why do you even charge to cancel people? During Jesus' time, did he tell people to buy card or to buy airtime for them to be able to speak with him? No, he did those things for free. So if we want to call a spade, let's call it a spade. And also, Pastor Femi Lazarus has been alleged to also have a price tag for counseling. Someone said that, I don't know how true it is, but if he has a price tag for all of that, even for his school as well, what is now bad about a gospel artist putting a price to his craft? And for a gospel musician, you don't just start singing and you stay there. You invest, like you spend money to make sure that you groom yourself. You see some of them going to school, because someone would say, okay, that what Timi Dakolo is trying to bring up is a different context. Yeah, that is a school, more like a seminary school where people go and train. And because it's a school, there are certain facilities and learning materials that need to be provided. But what about the musician, the gospel artist? Wouldn't that person groom him or herself? Wouldn't that person take him or herself to school? So I don't see any reason why we should say that Nigerian gospel artists should not collect money to perform. If you are led by God, if that is your conviction with God, that okay, that's the agreement you have with God, I'm not going to charge to do this, good and fine. Just the same way we have some pastors who do not charge to go out there and minister, and then we have some pastors who will tell you, okay, this is what is going to take me for me to come and minister. And then those pastors serve, those ministers, they said they don't tell you, okay, this is my price. They give them an honorarium. Don't be surprised that this honorarium we are talking about, when you compare it with the price, the ones that give you a rate card, you would see that the ones that even come with rate card, their own, it's even better, because there are some persons you would invite to your church to come minister. You know that, okay, you can't give this person nothing less than this because of where the person is and how far the person has gone. If Nigerian pastors can charge for counseling, buy themselves private jets, drive luxurious cars, and also request for family upkeep money, then the Nigerian gospel music artists should also drive the same luxurious cars and get themselves private jets. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Pastor Femi Lazarus is right or wrong? Should the Nigerian gospel artists charge for ministrations, or they should keep doing free show? What do you think? Let us know in the comment section. Thank you very much once again for joining us on today's edition of The Kiwi Show. My name is Miss Rochelle. See you some other time. And please do not forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and also help us and share and tell someone to tell somebody to always come here, because this is where we drop the real gist.